This is ABC 7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. Family and friends coming together this afternoon to remember Mary Knowlton.
A funeral service held for the 73-year-old who was fatally shot during a police training exercise in Punta Gorda last week. ABC 7's Christopher Bradley is at the United Methodist Church in Punta Gorda with more.
Scott and Haley, with the services concluded and the church emptied, the Knowlton family now is left to mourn their wife, mother, and friend.
And he will raise you up on eagle's wings.
On Tuesday, Mary Knowlton was raised up into those angels' wings by her family and friends.
And sometimes we don't understand why God takes such a wonderful person away. But nothing happens in this kingdom by mistake.
Mary Knowlton's son, Steve Knowlton, saying his mom made everyone she encountered feel like they were the #1 person in her life.
She basically held the community together with so many things, with the library. She was definitely one of these people that loved the area.
And it appears the community loved her.
It's always quiet, pleasant, and smiling, you know. Never a frown, and just wonderful, yeah.
Bill Menster and Jan Jalvin have both lost a loved one. Today, their hearts hurt for Mary Knowlton's husband, Gary.
I've had personal experience with losing a spouse, and so has Jan. And, you know, times like this, your faith is what holds you together, your faith in your family.
I'm sure that's what's helping Gary at this point. I think that's the only thing that's keeping him going.
The resounding theme of the service today was that of forgiveness. Nearly every speaker said Mary would not have wanted people to feel bitter or angry.
We as a community cannot let this tear us down. This is a wonderful town with wonderful people in it, and we all love this community very much.
The same sentiment heard by Miss Knowlton's niece, Stephanie.
Mary would want us to go on not remembering the tragedy of how she passed, but what she left you with, which was her kindness, her love, and her ability to forgive the unforgivable.
The investigation into the shooting that killed Miss Knowlton is underway by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. The officer who shot her, Lee Cole, is still on administrative leave. In Punta Gorda, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. As hurricane season nears its peak, flooding is a risk on the Suncoast. Just as waters have the potential to rise, so do flood insurance rates. Florida will see flood insurance rates increase anywhere from 9 to 20% over just a few years. In 2013, the state saw a similar spike in the rates, but a lot of people weren't able to afford them. That's when Congress passed an act to keep flood insurance rates low. But that was only temporary, and now rates are rising again, leaving people who live in flood zones unsure about what's in store.
I think it's terrible. I don't know why they have to do that when people around here they're living from month to month. You know, I mean, how they're supposed to, how are you going to pay it? I mean, there's no way. I mean, those have to pack up and move.
This is all an effort to stabilize the National Flood Insurance Program after Hurricane Katrina and Superstorm Sandy. The program is climbing out of a $23 billion deficit.
Of course, now we're dealing with floods in Louisiana.
Yes.
You know, the historic floods there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Let's find out what's happening tonight on the Suncoast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with more.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine, a warm one, in fact, a hot one. High temperature, 97 degrees at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. It wasn't quite a record, 2 degrees shy of that, but get a look at some cooling showers around town. What's happened is that the east wind has been a little bit too strong to allow that sea breeze to develop, so we're not seeing the intense storms develop and really stay rather stationary. They're moving at a pretty good clip. This one just popped up within the last half hour or so, right there near Northport. You can see some heavy rainfall near Port Charlotte. It is moving off to the west at around 15 miles an hour. Some of the cities that will have an impact in the times that you see right there. If it holds together, Inglewood, you'll get another round of showers here with the possibility of some lightning around 6:42. Warm Mineral Springs right around 6:35 with the heaviest weather. You may get some rain prior to that. Right now near Sebring, stretching all the way down, another line of showers. So this is moving to the west too, and it may hang on. So we'll keep a slight chance for a few evening showers in the mix. Most areas should stay relatively quiet after the next hour or so. We'll have details coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. When classes begin Monday in Sarasota County, 8 schools will have new principals. And a new principal is also expected to be named for Northport High School before then. The new leader at Riverview High School says learning from his peers is key to when he and others in the district take over a new position.
The quality of individuals that we have leading schools in Sarasota County is absolutely phenomenal. When I'm in meetings to get to learn from the expertise that other principals have, I think is absolutely amazing.
The district is also vetting 49 applications for a new superintendent to replace Lori White, who will be retiring in February.
New developments tonight in a lawsuit against Florida's Department of Education over the retention of third graders. A hearing will take place on Monday and the plaintiffs will present their witnesses. Dozens of parents in the opt-out movement are suing the Department of Education, arguing their students shouldn't be held back because they didn't participate in standardized testing. The Sarasota County School Board was initially involved in the suit, but the plaintiff from Sarasota dropped her case when her child was allowed to move on to 4th grade. Manatee County Animal Services is close to an upgrade that will allow them to perform surgeries on site. 3 rooms are being converted into the department's first ever surgical suite. The county will hire an in-house veterinarian to perform spay and neuter surgeries, as well as perform other small procedures on site. The staff there says that change will also speed up the adoption process. The facility will be up and running as soon as the department can order the remaining equipment and hire that vet, which they expect will take a few more weeks.
More than 15,000 Floridians had cast ballots as of this morning in counties where early voting has already started. The early voting option for the August 30th Florida primaries is mandated statewide from August 20th through the 27th. But county supervisors of elections are allowed to begin sooner than that. 24 counties deciding to begin yesterday. Additionally, more than 2.2 million Floridians have requested vote-by-mail ballots for the primary. Sarasota and Manatee counties begin early voting on the 20th, which is this coming Saturday. Fewer events could ultimately be held in downtown Sarasota, and that's by choice.
Straight ahead, what options city commissioners will be looking into for the future.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
It's time to upgrade your favorite news app. Now, ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a dynamic brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Stay connected anytime, anywhere with breaking news and weather alerts, video on demand, and live streaming of your Suncoast News. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store. ABC7's all-new My Suncoast News app. Just another way we're here for you. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Welcome back, 2 of my favorite guests, Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5.
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
City of Sarasota officials are taking some steps to place a moratorium on large events held downtown.
It would apply to private events, ones not put on by the city itself. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates is joining us with more. Bobeth.
Well, from the roar of the bikes to large boats, Main Street in downtown Sarasota has become synonymous with major events. But those activities, their future is up in the air.
We need to know, what can we really handle? You know, is 5 blocks the cutoff? And what we're talking about is closing streets to two-way traffic.
Sarasota City Commissioners voted to have staff look into 2 proposals that would restrict large street events that require shutting down more than 5 blocks for an extensive period of time.
Some events might really be outgrowing what our downtown core can handle. So with that in mind, staff worked with the city attorney's office to come up with some alternatives.
The first alternative would prohibit events requiring large street closures. The second would allow those events, but would first require them to be vetted and approved by the commission. The move comes as a result of complaints from business owners.
Anything that closes the street down for more than a few hours is really detrimental to my business. I can't do business those days.
Eileen Hampshire owns Art You Can Walk On Incorporated, and she says on days of major events requiring street closures, she's unable to operate because she can't accept or make deliveries. And then there's the other problem.
Because the city has few public bathrooms, all the stores that are open do a roaring trade in bathrooms because they know you're a nice store, you're going to have a nice clean bathroom. Well, you know, personally, I didn't sign up to run a public toilet. So, you know, it's just not good.
But there are those who say the increase in foot traffic from major events has been a good thing.
Anything that spurs traffic into the downtown area, whether it's parades or whether it's special events, races on the water, or, you know, the fireworks and the 4th of July, stuff like that, I think they're all good and positive for the community.
Sentiments echoed by other business owners.
I don't typically get business from these events. However, my business gets noticed, and after the events, you know, people come in and say that they noticed me from, you know, these certain things that go on downtown.
Now, city officials are expected to host public hearings on the 2 proposals before selecting one for implementation. Back to you.
Thank you, Bobeth. It is a catch-22. Does it help business because it brings people downtown? Does it hurt business because it blocks off the streets?
Seems like it depends on the business, too.
Right.
Plays a role,
Yep.
too. All right, we'll be right back with your forecast. Stay with us.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just
get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Step up to GMC and get cash back for up to 12% of the MSRP on these select 2016 GMC vehicles. That's over $9,300 cash back on this Yukon.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
I'm Alan Cohn. Redeveloping the Colony Resort. Demolition is underway on Longboat Key, but what will it take to build new condos on the property?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Already seen a few showers, but we're not as many as we saw last night.
Yeah, it's interesting how the weather and the sea breeze has such an effect on our intensity of storms. You know, over the weekend we saw it was developing, and the East Coast breeze kind of meets it, and then the storms really get going. But with this east wind, and it just keeps going right across us. So we still get storms, obviously, but not nearly as intense as they could be. And that's what we're seeing right now with some heavy weather down into South Sarasota. We still can see gusts up to 34 miles an hour. But as far as the intensity of the storm goes and the tremendous amount of rain that you can see when that sea breeze interaction takes place, we're not seeing that as much. And here's a look at Lakewood Ranch webcam. We're seeing some of the high blow off from some of the storms that were around into Hardy and DeSoto counties moving overhead there. There hasn't been a whole lot of rain at Lakewood Ranch for this afternoon, and looks like this evening should be relatively quiet. Some storm clouds from Barb Wilson. Appreciate that. She's down in Northport right now, and they're a little bit of on a delay as far as swimming goes throughout South Sarasota County, and that's due to the lightning strikes that are around. But you can see few and far between. There's some big storms up in Pinellas County earlier, moving on through there, and now another round into Northport, and moving off through Inglewood. We had some showers earlier that kind of fell apart. The second round did. But now in Northport, some moderate to heavy rainfall heading toward Warm Mineral Springs, and also now at Toledo Blade, as well as into Sumter Boulevard. These are the areas that will be impacted by this particular cell. The lightning is starting to weaken somewhat, but if it holds together, Venice east will be right around 652. You'll see that shower. Elsewhere, things fairly quiet near Lakewood Ranch. Some light rain to the east and a few showers well inland. High pressure is still dominating, but with this area of low pressure to the north and west of us, and we're kind of sandwiched in between this area of high pressure to the east and north, and that creates a stronger pressure gradient, which increases the wind speeds out of the east and southeast, and that doesn't allow that convergence to set up with that west coast breeze. 89 degrees right now. We have some clouds around at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. 74 in the dew point. East to northeast winds at 9, and the pressure is rising slightly at this hour. The high temperature today, 97 degrees. It felt like it too. Temperatures very much above average as a result of that east to southeasterly wind. Sometimes that sea breeze also cools things down in the afternoon, so it doesn't allow it to soar into the upper 90s like we saw today. No rainfall officially at the airport. We had a little bit yesterday there. 76 in Orlando. It's 88 now in Miami and 86 degrees in Key West. And around town, temperatures 89 degrees at both Lakewood Ranch and Bradenton and Sarasota. 90 in Venice Gardens. Northport, although 88, that was about 15 minutes ago. It should be cooling down there now as a result of those showers that are moving in. You can see the skies are clear over the Carolinas, and we're getting that easterly fetch, and that will bring us another round of showers and storms tomorrow. There may be a little bit better chance to get that convergence set up tomorrow afternoon as a result of the high pressure weakening somewhat. And as far as the system goes out in the tropics, this is going to become, we think, Fiona. But even if it does develop into a tropical storm or possible hurricane, it looks like most models are agreeing that it's going to be one of those storms that stay out in the open waters of the Atlantic. But there's another wave coming off the coast of Africa. This could actually emerge off the coast as a tropical storm. So this one too, long-range models indicating that it will push off to the west and eventually end up in the open waters of the Atlantic. It remains to be seen, but that would be good. 2 for 2 staying out there in the Atlantic. For us, showers and storms this evening scattered about, and then skies clearing up after 11 o'clock. We'll see fair skies tomorrow, another sunny day. And then showers and storms rolling in the afternoon and evening as a result of, again, the east to southeasterly wind flow. Well, let's get a look at the forecast then as we see it for boaters. Winds will be out of the southeast, turning to the west at 10 knots. Seas right around 2 feet with a light chop out there. Low tide at 7:31 and sunset at 8:06. A few evening storms, 77 for your low. We'll be warm and muggy. And then for tomorrow, look for showers and storms. A little bit better chance to set at the coast, a high of 91 degrees. And the extended forecast looks like this with a good chance for scattered storms. And it looks like We will see Making Strides kickoff party Thursday, August 25th at 5:30 to 7 p.m. And that's a chance to get your team together, kind of organized, and you'll see some of the interesting things going on there. That's at the Ritz next Thursday and at 5:30 to 7. And there's a golf tournament following Sunday at the Ritz-Carlton, so you want to sign up for that as well. Appreciate all that. And now here's Linda.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Think there's nothing good left in the world? Coming up, we'll introduce you to the Pinheads. They're part of Stitch and Chat.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
40 Carats Family Center presents a free speaker event, The Gift of Failure, How the Best Parents Learn to Let Go So Their Children Can Succeed, by Jessica Leahy at Hyatt Regency Sarasota on Monday, September 12th. RSVP required at 40carats.org.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas. With all the events going on in Rio de Janeiro, there's a lot of Olympic fever going on. Well, tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll take a look at how the athletes train for the games and how it can help you get in better shape. John?
Showers and thunderstorms again in the forecast, but a reversal in wind spell changes later this week. We'll talk about that.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
When you face hard times in your life, you may find help in unexpected places.
Today's Amazing Suncoast woman found help with a group called the Pinheads. ABC7's Linda Carson has more. Linda.
When you're facing a life-threatening illness, it helps to have survivors at your side. And it also helps to feel that you're doing something to help others. That's why the Pinheads meant so much to Dawn Moore. Dawn Moore discovered this group when she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2006.
I went to the wellness community and found out that they had a program for sewing called Stitch and Chat. When I found out that there was a way to help deal with the pressures of going through cancer treatment by sewing, I was in.
This is a division of Stitch and Chat. It's called the Pinheads. These cancer survivors and caregivers get together weekly.
The main thing is meeting with other people who are going through or have gone through the same things you're going through.
And they sew items for cancer patients and caregivers.
It's a great way to get together, take your mind off cancer, take your mind off caregiving, and do good deeds.
These pillows are one of their primary projects.
These are really handy after surgery. You can put it under your seat belt, You can put it under your arm to take pressure off a tender incision or just to get comfortable at night.
The pillows go to Sarasota Memorial Hospital.
The Sarasota Memorial Auxiliary, the volunteer auxiliary, donates these pink bags, and they're filled with a pillow, with a seatbelt pad that can be kept in the car, information about local support services.
Patients get them the day of surgery.
We make adorable hats for people going through chemo.
And they make port pads.
Somebody who has a chemo port you can put this over your bra strap or seatbelt pad.
They also make items for Spark and for the Resurrection House. And Dawn's life lesson?
I think the best thing you can do for yourself is do something every day that gives you pleasure. Sewing gives me pleasure, and doing things for others gives me pleasure.
The ladies made 400 pillows for cancer patients at the Sarasota Memorial Hospital last year, and they also make fabulous quilts for special cases. Betty, the ladies whose home that was at, oh, you should see the beautiful quilt she makes. That'd cheer anybody up.
And having that support while they're there making
yes, they've all been through it.
Great too. All right, thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for joining us. World News Tonight is next.
Have a great evening. We'll see you at 11.